Why can't we sleep like we used to? Why does our mind keep racing the moment we lie down? And why do we wake up tired even after 8 hours in bed? It's strange, isn't it? A baby sleeps peacefully with no care in the world. But as we grow older, sleep becomes a struggle. We toss and turn. We check our phones. We think about the past and worry about the future. And somehow, rest slips further away. Take a simple example. Think of a baby sleeping in its mother's arms. The baby isn't rich. It doesn't own anything. It doesn't know tomorrow. Still, it sleeps so deeply. Why? Because it feels safe, it trusts life, and it doesn't carry thoughts. That's the secret. And Buddhism helps us understand how we lost this peace and how we can get it back. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where ancient Buddhist teachings meet everyday life. In this series, we'll explore how to sleep like a baby again, not through pills or tricks, but by learning to calm the mind, let go of thoughts, and return to our natural rhythm. If this sounds valuable to you, then don't just watch, be part of this journey. There are so many views on this channel but only 0.2% subscribed. So please, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel if you feel this could help even one more person. Buddha never said, you must sleep well. But he did say, you must understand your mind. And sleep is deeply connected to our mind. When the mind is restless, sleep stays away. When the mind is calm, sleep flows naturally. Buddhism teaches that suffering comes from attachment. We are attached to results, memories, and fears. We lie down, but we're still clinging to everything. We carry the whole day into bed, but a mind full of clinging can't rest. This series will guide you, step by step, through a peaceful path. Each part will bring you closer to the silent, soft sleep you once knew. No fancy rituals, no new age fluff, just quiet wisdom, made simple. Let's begin. The mind that won't rest, understanding mental turbulence. Ah, so you've come again. Sit down. Breathe. You wish to sleep like a baby, don't you? Then first, you must learn why your sleep runs away like a frightened bird. Let me tell you something clear and true. It's not the bed, the blanket, or the room that keeps you awake. It is your own mind. Yes, your own thoughts. The restlessness. The planning. The remembering. The regretting. The endless inner talking. That is the storm. When a river is calm, you can see the moon in it clearly. But when the river is disturbed, the moon vanishes. The moon is still there in the sky, but you can't see it in the waves. This is how your mind is. When it is disturbed, peaceful sleep cannot reflect in it. So let us talk about this mind that won't let you rest. At night, when the body is ready to sleep, the mind does not stop. It says, did I send that email? What if tomorrow goes wrong? Why did they say that to me? I should have done this or that. Have you noticed how loud the mind becomes at night? During the day, the noise is outside. At night, the noise is inside. Let me ask you a question. Do you control your thoughts, or do your thoughts control you? When you sit silently, thoughts appear. Without invitation, without permission, without schedule. One leads to another. A memory opens the door to a regret. A worry opens the gate to fear. And before you know it, you are wide awake. Hours pass. The body is tired, but the mind is running like a wild horse. In Buddhism, we call this monkey mind, a mind that jumps from branch to branch, never still. It picks up the past, then the future, then the past again. It swings in guilt, and then in desire, and then in fear. And so you asked, why can't I sleep? The answer is, because you haven't trained the monkey. A baby sleeps because the baby has no past or future, no regrets, no plans, no unfinished business. But you, my dear friend, have collected too many thoughts, too many stories. You carry them like heavy bags, and you take them to bed. Do you think you can sleep while carrying all that? Try this. When you lie down tonight, observe your mind. Don't control it. Just watch it. You'll see how busy it is. It is planning, judging, worrying, calculating, dreaming, fearing, expecting. And none of this activity helps you sleep. It just spins and spins, like a fan that refuses to stop. In Zen, we don't try to fight the mind. We don't try to force silence. We watch. We sit like a mountain. We observe the clouds, but we do not follow them. So what does this have to do with sleep? Everything. Because when you understand the movement of your mind, you stop identifying with it. You see that your thoughts are not you. They are like passing traffic. You are the sky. The sky doesn't worry about the cars. Here is a simple truth. You don't need to stop thinking to sleep. You only need to stop clinging to thoughts. Let them come, let them go. Like leaves floating on a river. Don't grab them. Don't analyze them. Just lie back and say, ah, a thought, okay. There it goes. This is the art of letting the mind unwind. In Buddhism, this practice is called mindfulness, to observe without judgment. When you lie in bed and become mindful of your breath, your body, your thoughts, slowly the mind calms down. Like a child who was crying but is now being held in silence. Your mind, too, wants to be held. Not by fear, not by pressure, but by presence. Let me give you a story from the Zen tradition. A young monk came to the master and said, "Master, I cannot sleep. My thoughts will not leave me alone." The master said, "What do you do when visitors come to your home?" "I greet them," the monk said. "And what if they do not wish to leave?" "I let them stay, but I do not feed them." The master smiled. "Good. Do the same with your thoughts." This story holds deep wisdom. You see, the thoughts will come, but you don't have to feed them. Don't give them your energy. Don't give them your time. Don't argue. Just notice them, and they will go. Try this tonight. When your thoughts appear, smile. Say softly, "Hello, old friend. I see you." And then turn your attention to your breath. Inhale, exhale slowly, gently. Come back to the body. Come back to the now. The reason we cannot sleep is not just because we think, but because we believe every thought. We treat every thought as urgent, important, dangerous. But it's not. A thought is just a thought, not a fact, not a prophecy, not a problem to solve. You lie in bed and think, what if I lose my job? Pause. Is this happening right now? No. It's just the mind creating a movie. Don't become the actor in every movie. Be the screen that holds it. And now I will give you a small, powerful practice. You can begin tonight. The thank you practice before sleep. Lie down. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. And then, in your mind, say, "Thank you, mind. You worked all day. You tried to protect me. Now you may rest." Then gently say, "I do not need to think now. It's okay. Everything can wait. I trust life." Repeat it softly, like a mother calming her child. This is not a trick. It's a training. And slowly, the mind listens. It begins to trust silence. Sleep is not something you chase. It's something that comes when you stop chasing. The more you force it, the more it runs. But when you become still, when you let go, when you stop controlling, sleep finds you. Zen does not say clear your mind. Zen says, be with what is, and let go of what isn't now. So be with your breath. Be with your body. Be with this moment. That's all. And slowly, night after night, the restless mind begins to quiet down. It understands that it does not need to protect, plan, or push. It can simply rest. So tonight, when you lie in your bed, don't fight the thoughts. Welcome them like a kind host. Smile at them, but don't follow them. Be gentle. Be patient. And say to yourself, I am not my thoughts. I am not my fear. I am just here, in this breath, in this moment, and it is enough. Let sleep come like a bird that lands on a still branch. Not a noisy one, a still one. You be that branch. Be still, and let sleep return to you. We'll continue from here tomorrow. Rest well. Desire and restlessness, letting go for deep sleep. Come, sit with me for a moment. Just sit. No need to rush. No need to do anything. Just breathe. Can you feel the air move in and out of your nose? That's enough for now. Now, tell me, what keeps you awake at night? Is it a thought that won't leave you alone? A dream you're chasing? A fear of something that hasn't even happened yet? Is it a desire? Ah yes, desire. Desire is like a fire. It may be small in the beginning, just a little wish, a little plan, a little hope. But the more you feed it, the more it burns. And when the fire grows too big, it doesn't just warm you. It keeps you awake. It lights up the night and makes you restless. You lie in bed, and the body wants to sleep. But the mind says, no, not yet. Think more. Plan more. Want more. That's desire whispering. We think we can rest once all our wishes are fulfilled. But in truth, sleep doesn't come after every desire is met. Sleep comes after every desire is let go. In Buddhism, we say, tanha, the craving, is the root of suffering. And restlessness is a form of suffering. You may not be in pain, but you are not at peace. When you lie in bed and your thoughts won't stop, pause and ask yourself, what am I still holding on to? A better job? More money? A partner? success, revenge, even small things, like waiting for someone to text back, can become a desire that keeps you from sleep. Now, imagine this. A cup filled with water. If you keep pouring, what happens? It spills. It overflows. That's your mind. It's too full to rest. To sleep like a baby again, we need to empty that cup a little before bed. Let me tell you a little story. One evening, a student came to me, tired and restless. He said, "Master, I want to sleep peacefully, but I can't. I've tried everything." I smiled and said, "Try one more thing. Want nothing?" He laughed. "That's impossible. I have responsibilities. I have dreams. I have people depending on me." I replied, "Then keep them all. But just for the night, put them down beside your bed. Don't throw them away. Just let them rest too. You can pick them up in the morning." He came back the next day and said, "Master, I slept like a rock." That's the power of letting go. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. You stop gripping so tightly. Try this tonight. Lie down and say to yourself gently, "Whatever I want, it can wait. Right now, I rest." Desire comes in many shapes. Some people want to fix the past. Some want to control the future. Some want attention. Some want love. And some want to escape themselves. But all of these forms of wanting create one feeling: agitation. And agitation is the enemy of sleep. Now, feel your breath again. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly. Deeply. Each breath is a reminder. You already have this moment. You don't need more. Not now. The Buddha once said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." But we keep looking outside. Phones, screens, people, news. What if, just for tonight, you stopped searching? You don't need more. You just need less. Less desire. Less thinking. Less chasing. Let it be. Let go. Let sleep come. Just as the ocean settles when the wind stops, your mind will settle when desire rests. Now imagine yourself as a leaf floating on a river. No paddling. No resistance. Just drifting gently with the current. That's how sleep comes when you stop pushing. A Zen saying goes, "When the shoe fits, the foot is forgotten." In the same way, when peace comes, the need to think fades. When you're truly at ease, you won't even know when you fall asleep. It will just happen. But it starts with letting go. Tonight, before you sleep, whisper these words. "I need nothing. I am enough. Let me rest." These aren't magic words. They are reminders that your body knows how to sleep. It has not forgotten. But your mind must give it permission. Let go of what you want. Let go of what you think you need. Let go of trying to control everything. And then, like a baby, you will sleep. No baby worries about tomorrow. No baby tries to impress the world. They just sleep because they're tired. Because their heart is light. Lightness is the key. Heavy thoughts make a heavy mind. A heavy mind cannot rest. So lighten it. One thought at a time, let them float away. You are not your thoughts. You are not your plans. You are not your desires. You are awareness, and awareness can rest. This is not a technique. This is not a trick. This is truth. You are born with the ability to rest. It is not lost. It is only hidden beneath all that you want. So tonight, before you chase anything else, chase stillness. And once you feel it, don't chase anything at all. Sleep, my friend, is not something you force. It's something you fall into when there's nothing left to hold. Now, are you ready to let go? Let's close our eyes and just breathe. The weight of the day, releasing emotional baggage before bed. Come, sit with me for a while. Let the noise outside fade. Listen not with your ears, but with your heart. You carry so much, don't you? You walk through the day picking up bits and pieces of stress, words, emotions, some sharp, some heavy, some quiet but sticky like dust. And then, at night, you lie in bed with all of it still on your chest. Is it any surprise that sleep does not come easily? The body may lie still, but the mind continues its march. You're thinking about what someone said, or what you didn't say, or how you failed, or how tomorrow will be harder. The day is gone, yet it clings to you like wet clothes, and you try to sleep in them. But let me ask you, can you rest while holding a rock in each hand? The Buddha taught that suffering comes not from pain itself, but from clinging to pain. When you carry the emotional weight of your day into the night, your mind becomes like a crowded room, too full for rest to enter. So, we must learn the art of letting go before we sleep. Not by force, not by saying, "I must stop thinking." That never works. We let go like autumn leaves falling from a tree. Quietly, gently, naturally. Let us begin with this small practice. Before you sleep, sit quietly. Breathe. Don't try to control anything. Just notice what is still with you from the day. A harsh word someone said. A mistake you made. An anxious plan for tomorrow. Imagine each thought as a pebble in your hand. Now ask yourself, do I need to take this pebble to sleep? One by one, set them down. Not because they don't matter, but because they can rest too. You may say, but Master, I cannot stop the thoughts. They keep coming. Ah yes, thoughts are like birds. You cannot stop them from flying above you, but you can stop them from building a nest in your hair. Buddhism doesn't teach you to fight your mind. It teaches you to understand it, to see it clearly, and to know that you are not your thoughts. Let me tell you a story. Once, a monk came to the Buddha. He was troubled. He said, I can't sleep. Every night, I am disturbed. I see the faces of people I've wronged. I hear the voices of those I failed. I feel shame. The Buddha said nothing. He simply pointed to the monk's water pot and said, pour it out. The monk was confused, but obeyed. Then Buddha said, now that it is empty, it can be filled with clean water. This is the teaching. You must empty your mind of yesterday's water if you want to be filled with peace. But how? Let me guide you through a simple path. When you lie down tonight, don't just jump into bed with a buzzing mind. Pause. Sit for just 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Place your hands on your lap or your heart. Take a slow, deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Now, silently speak to yourself. This day is done. I think it. I release it. Repeat this. Slowly. Let it sink in. Say, I do not carry the weight of words that hurt me. I do not hold on to the mistakes I made. I forgive the world. I forgive myself. Forgiveness is not a gift to others. It is the lightness you give yourself. Can you imagine how light your chest will feel when you truly let go? You see, the problem is not that life is heavy. The problem is we do not set it down. Look at nature. Does the tree cry when it loses its leaves? No. It trusts the cycle. It lets go and becomes still for winter. Then, new life comes in spring. So too, your sleep is winter. The time to shed. The time to be still. The time to rest so that new energy can grow. The great Zen teacher Dogen once said, to study the self is to forget the self. What does that mean? It means, if you look deeply into your thoughts, your pain, your stress, you will see they are not you. They are visitors. Let them come. Let them go. Do not build a bed for them in your mind. Another practice I give to my students is this. Write it down. Take a piece of paper before bed. Write 3 things. One thing you are grateful for today. One thing you wish to let go of. One gentle hope for tomorrow. Then fold the paper and say, this is enough. It's like brushing your mind, the way you brush your teeth. Small actions, big peace. Some people think Buddhism is only about monks in mountains. But it is for everyone. It is a way of living lightly, sleeping deeply, waking gently. When your heart is full of worries, your sleep becomes shallow. But when your heart is clean like a mountain stream, sleep comes like a baby's breath, slow, soft, and deep. You must treat sleep as sacred, not as an escape, but as a return to your true nature, calm, aware, and whole. Now listen, there is one more secret. Most people try to sleep after solving their problems. But a wise one knows, sleep helps the mind solve things better. So don't stay up wrestling with your troubles. Lay them down beside you like a child lays down toys after play. Say to them, I'll return to you tomorrow. But for now, I rest. Trust that the world can turn without your effort. The sun will rise. Your breath will move. Life will continue. You don't have to hold it all. Let go. Sleep. And when you wake, let your first breath be soft. Let your first thought be gentle. Let your heart be empty and ready for a new day. This is the way of the Zen sleeper. Not someone who avoids life, but one who accepts it fully and knows when to let it go. So tonight, when the lights are off and the silence comes, don't chase sleep. Invite it. Welcome it. Allow it. You don't have to do anything. Just be still. And the peace you've been chasing all day will come to sit beside you. Like a quiet friend. Like a mountain breeze. Like the Buddha, under the Bodhi tree, smiling in silence. Sleep well. Like a baby. Like the sky. Like someone who no longer carries the weight of the day. Silencing the inner critic. Practicing loving kindness at night. Come sit. Let me tell you something very quiet, but very powerful. You cannot sleep peacefully if your own mind becomes your enemy. Many people lie in bed every night, and instead of feeling calm, they hear a voice inside them. A voice that keeps talking, criticizing, judging, replaying mistakes, worrying about the future, telling them they are not good enough, telling them they are behind in life. That voice is not your true self. That voice is the inner critic. And until you make peace with it, sleep will always feel distant. But don't be afraid. That voice is only a shadow. It has no real power unless you feed it. And today, I will show you how to stop feeding it, how to soften it, and how to love yourself enough to fall asleep like a baby again. Let's begin gently. You see, in Buddhism, we don't fight the mind. We don't shout back at it. That only makes it louder. Instead, we observe it. We smile at it. And we bring metta, that is, loving kindness, to it. Imagine this. A small child cries in the corner of a dark room. Would you go and yell at that child? Or would you hold them? Would you listen to their pain? That crying child is your inner critic. It cries because it is scared. It wants to protect you from making mistakes again. But it doesn't know how to speak kindly. That's where you come in. When you go to bed, your thoughts follow you. They don't stop just because you turned off the light. So before you sleep, you must do something important. Speak gently to yourself. Try this when you lie down tonight. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say softly inside your heart, "It's okay. I try my best today. I may not be perfect, but I am learning. I forgive myself for today. I give myself permission to rest." Say it like a prayer, not just with words, but with feeling. Feel the warmth in those words. This is metta, loving kindness. It is not weakness. It is the strongest thing in the world. It melts fear. It heals shame. It silences the voice that says you are not enough. Let me tell you a short Zen story. A student once came to a Zen master and said, "Master, I cannot sleep. Every time I close my eyes, my mistakes come back. I feel ashamed. I feel I have failed." The master smiled gently and poured tea. He said, "Do you see this cup? It is chipped. Not perfect, but still useful, still beautiful, still holds tea. You too," the master said, "may have cracks, but you still hold life. You still carry warmth. Your sleep will return when you stop trying to be perfect and start simply being." The student cried, not because he was sad, but because someone finally understood. Sometimes, that's all we need, to be understood. And you can give that to yourself. At night, we often become harsh judges. We think about what we should have done, what we should not have said, what we didn't complete. All these thoughts form a hard wall around the heart. But Buddhism teaches, the heart wants to open, and it opens with kindness. Try this tonight. Instead of focusing on the one thing that went wrong, remember 3 small things that went right. Maybe you smiled at someone. Maybe you drank water when you were thirsty. Maybe you breathed through a hard moment. That is enough. That is more than enough. Don't let your inner critic tell you that only big wins matter. Life is made of quiet victories. Now let me ask you this. If a friend came to you feeling sad, tired, full of guilt, how would you speak to them? Would you say, "You are a failure"? Would you say, "You are lazy"? Would you say, "You are not worthy of rest"? No. You would hold their hand. You would say, "It's okay. I understand. You're human." So why don't you say the same to yourself? If your heart has space for others, surely it has space for you too. There's a beautiful teaching in Buddhism. Hate does not end hate. Only love can end hate. And this includes the hate we feel for ourselves. You cannot silence your inner critic by being angry at it. You silence it by loving yourself so deeply that the critic becomes quiet. It no longer needs to protect you, because now, you are safe within your own heart. There is a practice I give my students. Simple, but very powerful. Before bed, sit quietly for just 5 minutes. Place your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Then speak inside. May I be peaceful. May I be free from fear. May I forgive myself. May I sleep in peace. And if you can, add others. May all beings sleep in peace. May all who suffer find rest. May those who hurt me find healing. You see what is happening? You are turning the mind from fear to compassion, from judgment to understanding, from noise to silence. And silence is where sleep lives. Let me be honest with you. Most people don't sleep badly because of physical problems. They sleep badly because their heart is heavy, their mind is unkind. They carry too much and love themselves too little. But you are not most people. Not anymore. You are learning. You are changing. You are softening. That is the real practice. Tonight, I want you to promise one thing. That you will not go to bed angry at yourself. that you will not carry your regrets under your pillow, that you will treat yourself like someone you deeply care for. If you break that promise, it's okay. Try again tomorrow, and again the day after. Slowly, sleep will start coming back, not because you forced it, but because you created the space for it. A baby sleeps well because it knows nothing of guilt, or shame, or fear. You will sleep well when you stop believing you are your mistakes. Remember this always. You are not your worst moment. You are not your anxious thoughts. You are not your failures. You are the one who watches them, and the one who can heal them. Sleep is not a battle. It is a homecoming. Come home to yourself, with kindness. And let the night hold you, just like it holds the stars. When you lie down tonight, place one hand on your heart, and feel your own presence. That is enough. You are here. You are trying. You are worthy of rest. Let the inner critic fall silent. Let loving kindness speak instead. Sleep, my dear one, like a baby again. The body is the temple, preparing physically for peaceful rest. Sit down. Breathe. We've talked much about the mind until now. But tonight, let us return to the body. Many people want good sleep, but they do not take care of the body that must fall asleep. It's like expecting a candle to burn calmly in a storm. How can it? You must protect the flame. You must calm the wind. In the same way, your body must feel safe, light, and at peace before it can give into deep rest. So ask yourself, what is your relationship with your body? Do you listen to it? Do you treat it with kindness? Or do you rush through the day, filling it with tension, food it does not want, noises it cannot bear, and movement it cannot handle? Many suffer not because of dreams, but because of what they do to their bodies before bed. Let me tell you a story. A student once came to me and said, "Master, I meditate every night. I say my mantras, but still, I cannot sleep." I asked him gently, "What do you do before meditation?" He said, "I eat a big meal. Then I scroll through my phone. Then I watch videos in bed." I smiled. So you are asking a tired horse to run, after giving it a heavy load? The mind and body are not separate. They speak to each other. If you overfeed the body, you weigh down the mind. If you overstimulate the eyes, you agitate the thoughts. You cannot sleep well if you treat your body like a machine. Sleep is a soft guest. It only comes when the home is quiet and the host is calm. So let's understand how to prepare this temple, your body, for peaceful rest. 1. Lightness in eating. First, observe how much and when you eat. Many people eat late dinners, heavy, oily, spicy meals. Then they lie down. This is like pouring fire into your stomach and expecting your body to cool down. Eat lighter meals in the evening. Stop eating at least 2 hours before sleep. Let the body digest. Let it settle. You are not punishing it. You are giving it space to rest. In Buddhism, monks eat their last meal before sunset. After that, only tea or water. Why? Because digestion takes energy. And at night, your body must repair, not keep working. Try this for a few days. You will notice a difference. Your sleep will feel smoother, lighter. Your dreams less intense. 2. Gentleness in movement. Next, be gentle with your body in the evening. After dinner, take a slow walk. Don't run. Don't lift heavy things. Just walk like a cloud moves across the sky. Let your muscles stretch. Let your breath lengthen. Movement is a message. It tells your body, "I'm slowing down now." We are not machines to turn off with a switch. We are rivers. We must gradually settle. Even 5 minutes of mindful walking or stretching your arms and legs softly can prepare your body for better rest. Try this. Walk with no phone, no music, no talk. Just walk. Feel the ground. Breathe. Be quiet. 3. Stillness in posture. When you lie down, how do you lie down? Do you curl up tight, holding your belly like there's a war inside? Do you keep flipping side to side, like your body can't find a home? Lie down like the Buddha did, in the lion's pose. On your right side, gently resting one arm under the head and the other along your body. Let your legs relax, your mouth soften. This posture, used for centuries in Buddhist monasteries, tells the body, now we enter rest. No struggle, no drama, just being still. The more still your body is, the faster the mind follows. 4. Warmth and comfort. Your sleeping space matters. Is it too cold? Too noisy? Is your mattress hurting your back? A monk's bed is simple. The thin mat. A quiet corner. A bowl for water. Nothing more. But everything is clean. Everything has purpose. You don't need luxury. You need harmony. Make your bed welcoming. Let your blanket feel like a soft robe. Let your pillow hold your head like a gentle hand. When your body feels supported, it stops guarding. It lets go. Many people stay half awake at night because their bodies are alert, defending against discomfort. Change that. Give your body the message. You are safe here. 5. The final hour ritual. What you do in the final hour before bed decides how your sleep will feel. Is your room full of screens, lights, noise, and endless chatter? That's like trying to grow lotus flowers in mud. Turn off all devices at least 30 minutes before bed. Dim the lights. Speak softly. Move slowly. Create a sleep ritual. A cup of warm herbal tea. A few minutes of deep breathing. Washing your face with calm attention. Sitting silently for a moment and saying thank you for the day. Simple acts, but powerful signs to your body that it's time to let go. You don't need more apps. You need more awareness. 6. Respect the rhythm. Your body follows nature's clock. Light and dark. Wake and sleep. Movement and stillness. But modern life cuts this rhythm. We eat when we should rest. We scroll when we should dream. We stay up past midnight and wonder why we're tired. Try sleeping and waking at the same time every day. Not just when convenient, but as a sacred routine. The body loves rhythm. When it knows when to rest, it rests deeper. It doesn't need to guess. Even a small shift in bedtime, say, sleeping at 10 p.m. instead of midnight, can change how you feel in the morning. Sleep early. Wake early. Let your body return to its natural flow. 7. Be kind to your body. Finally, stop fighting your body. Stop punishing it. Many people lie in bed thinking, why can't I sleep? What's wrong with me? That tension alone is enough to block sleep. Treat your body like you would treat a dear friend. If it feels tired, let it rest. If it feels pain, listen to it. If it's struggling to sleep, don't scold it, soothe it. Say to your body, you've done enough today. Thank you. You can rest now. This kindness is not weakness. It's wisdom. In Zen, we bow before meals. We bow before sleep. We bow to the body. Why? Because this body is the home of our practice. Without it, there is no breath, no awareness, no path. You do not need a new bed. You need a new attitude. Let us now be still. Let this part of your journey be a reminder. Your body is not your enemy. It is not a block to peace. It is a door. When you treat it with care, it opens. It relaxes. It allows the night to enter gently. And then, like the calm surface of a mountain lake, your breath will slow, your heart will soften, and sleep will come, not as something forced, but as something allowed. That is the Buddhist way. Not control, but compassion. Not chasing, but allowing. Tonight, before you sleep, bow gently to your body. Place your hand on your heart. Say nothing. Just listen. And then let go. Sleep, like a baby, is not a gift from the world. It is the return to your natural self. And that self is already resting within you. Breath as anchor. Mindful breathing for restorative sleep. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a quiet lake just before dawn. The water is calm, smooth like glass. No wind stirs its surface. Your breath, soft and steady, is like the gentle rhythm of the lake's small waves. In this moment, your breath is the lake. It is constant. It is present. It is peaceful. This is the essence of mindful breathing. To sleep like a baby again, you must learn to return to this calm lake inside yourself. The breath becomes your anchor, pulling you gently away from the storm of thoughts and worries that keep your mind restless at night. Why do you think the breath is so powerful? It is because it is always here, always now. It is the one part of your body and mind that you can follow without effort, without judgment. You do not have to control it or change it. You only need to notice it with kindness and attention. Many people think that to fall asleep, they must force their mind to be quiet. But the harder you try, the more the mind resists. Like trying to catch a fish with your bare hands. The more you chase, the faster it slips away. Instead, the Zen way is to become like water, soft, flowing, and gentle. Focus on your breath as it moves in and out. Feel the air passing through your nose or mouth. Notice the rise and fall of your chest or belly. Don't try to change the rhythm. Just watch it. Become curious about it. How does it feel now? Is it fast or slow? Deep or shallow? Is it warm or cool? As you breathe, thoughts will come. This is natural. Do not fight them or push them away. Imagine each thought as a cloud drifting across the sky. Your breath is the sky itself. vast, still, and unchanged by the clouds. Let the thoughts float by, returning your attention gently to your breathing. This simple practice is like a key to unlock the door to restful sleep. When your mind clings to worries, regrets, or plans, your breath pulls you back to the present moment. It helps you release the tension in your body and mind, opening space for rest. In Buddhism, the breath is often called anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. It is a practice the Buddha taught to calm the mind and awaken awareness. When you watch your breath, you begin to understand the nature of your mind, how it jumps from one thing to another, how it creates stories, and how it often forgets to just be. When you lie down to sleep, bring your full attention to your breathing. Let it be your guide into stillness. You might find that your breath slows naturally, or it may remain steady. Either way, your presence with the breath is enough. If you notice your mind wandering, simply smile softly to yourself. This is not failure but practice. Like a child learning to walk, every time you bring your attention back, you grow stronger in mindfulness. Sometimes, you might try a simple counting technique to help focus. Inhale slowly and count 1, then exhale and count 2. Continue up to 10, then start again at 1. Counting gives the mind a gentle task that stops it from racing with worries. But if counting feels forced or distracting, return to just watching the breath without numbers. Remember, the breath is your companion. It is always with you. Even when you are awake and busy, it never leaves. But when you consciously return to your breath before sleep, it guides you to peace. Now, imagine how different your nights could be if you treated your breath as a friend, not a task. Instead of chasing sleep, you welcome it by sitting quietly with your breath. The tension in your body softens. Your heart slows. Your mind calms. There is no need to rush or worry about how long it takes to fall asleep. Each breath is a moment of rest. Each breath is a moment of kindness to yourself. The beauty of this practice is that it is simple yet profound. It doesn't require any special place or time. You can do it right in your bed, under your blanket, in the quiet darkness. As your breath flows, you may notice your body relaxing deeper with each exhale. Muscles that held tight during the day begin to let go. Your shoulders drop. Your jaw softens. Your hands rest gently. In this state, the mind's chatter fades like distant thunder. The breath anchors you firmly in the present. You are no longer lost in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's worries. You are here now. This is the doorway to the deep, restorative sleep you seek. Many students asked, "Master, what if my breath is shallow or uneven? Can I still use it to fall asleep?" The answer is always yes. The breath you have right now is perfect. Do not try to make it different. By accepting your breath as it is, you open the door to acceptance of yourself. Shallow breath may be a sign of tension or fear, but simply noticing it without judgment allows that tension to soften. Your breath becomes softer as you watch it. If your mind is very busy, start by taking 3 slow, deep breaths before settling into natural breathing. Breathe in through your nose gently, hold for a moment, and breathe out slowly through your mouth or nose. Feel the calm spread. Another helpful way is to imagine your breath as waves on the ocean shore. Each inhale is a wave coming in. Each exhale is a wave going out. Waves always come and go, so do thoughts. But the ocean, the breath, is always there. With time, this practice changes how you relate to sleep. Instead of frustration, you feel patience. Instead of tension, you feel softness. Instead of fear, you feel trust. The breath teaches you to be present with what is, not with what should be. In this presence, the mind naturally grows quiet. The body naturally grows still. Sleep comes like a gentle visitor, welcomed and unhurried. Do not rush the process. The night is long. Your breath will carry you safely through it. And if sleep does not come immediately, do not be discouraged. Sometimes, simply lying quietly with the breath is healing enough. Every night is a new chance to practice. Each breath is a new beginning. In the morning, you may awaken refreshed, not because you forced sleep, but because you invited it with kindness and mindfulness. Remember, just as the lake returns to calm after the storm, so too your mind can return to peace after a busy day. Your breath is the bridge. Practice this mindful breathing every night. Let it be the gentle rhythm that carries you home to yourself. When you learn to rest with your breath, you learn to rest in life. Sleep like a baby again is not a dream, it is a return. Imagine, for a moment, the last hour before you fall asleep. This is a sacred time. It is the moment when the busy world starts to slow down and your body prepares for rest. Yet, often, this hour is filled with distraction. The mind runs wild with worries, plans, regrets, or dreams that pull you away from peace. It is like trying to sail a boat with a broken rudder. The boat drifts endlessly, unable to find calm water. In Zen, we speak often of being present. What does it mean? It means to live fully in this moment, without being caught in the past or pulled into the future. To be present means to be aware, awake, and peaceful right here, right now. When night comes and you lie down, you have a choice. You can carry the weight of the day, your thoughts, your fears, your hopes, like heavy baggage. Or you can gently put them down, breathe, and allow yourself to be in this moment only. This simple act of presence is the first step towards sleeping like a baby again. Think of the mind as a pond. When the wind blows, the surface becomes rippled, and the water is disturbed. But when the wind stops, the pond becomes still, reflecting the moon clearly. Your mind is the pond. Thoughts are the wind. When you practice being present, you stop the wind. The pond calms, and the true reflection of your peaceful mind appears. But how do we practice this presence, especially when our mind is used to running fast? The first step is to notice. Notice what is happening right now. Notice your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Feel the cool air entering your nose and the warm air leaving your mouth. This simple awareness is powerful. It anchors you in the present. When you focus on your breath, you give your mind a gentle task. The mind is like a monkey, jumping from branch to branch. Breath is the branch that stays still. When the monkey rests on this branch, it becomes calm. In the final hour before sleep, try this. Lie down comfortably. Close your eyes softly. Begin to watch your breath without changing it. Simply watch. If a thought appears, don't fight it or follow it. Imagine it like a leaf floating on a stream. Watch it pass by, then return to your breath. Many people say, "But my mind is too busy. I can't stop thinking." This is natural. The mind is trained to work hard. But like any muscle, the mind can learn to rest. It just takes gentle practice. If your thoughts become too loud, try to bring your attention to sensations in your body. Feel the contact of your body with the bed. Feel your feet, your hands. Feel the softness of your skin. The body is always here in the present moment. When you shift attention from thinking to feeling, you quiet the mind. The thoughts lose their power. They become like clouds in the sky, moving, changing, but not permanent. Zen teaches us to live simply, to see things as they are. At night, this means to see your mind as it is, without judgment or fear. If you feel restless, notice the restlessness. If you feel tired, notice the tiredness. Don't try to fix it. Just be with it. This acceptance opens the door to peace. When you accept your experience, you stop fighting yourself. Fighting creates tension, and tension keeps you awake. Another important part of being present is to gently let go of shoulds and musts. Often, before sleep, we tell ourselves, "I should sleep now," or "I must fall asleep soon." These demands add pressure and make the mind restless. Instead, try to say to yourself, "I am here now. I will rest as best as I can." Let go of the outcome. Sleep is a natural process. It happens when you allow it. In Zen, we practice non-attachment, not holding tightly to any thought or feeling. This applies to sleep too. We cannot force sleep, but we can prepare the ground by being calm and present. Sometimes, a helpful image is to imagine your mind as a vast sky. Thoughts and feelings are like clouds passing by. The sky remains vast and clear beneath them. You are the sky. Sleep comes naturally when the sky is clear. When you are fully present in the final hour, you create a peaceful space for sleep. You honor your body and mind's need to rest. You give yourself permission to be still. This presence not only helps with falling asleep, but also improves the quality of your sleep. When the mind is calm, you move through sleep cycles more deeply. You wake up feeling refreshed and alive. Over time, this practice of being present before sleep becomes a gentle ritual. It is like lighting a candle in the dark, bringing light and warmth to your night. If you find it hard at first, be patient. Like any new skill, presence grows with kindness and practice. Even a few minutes each night can make a big difference. Remember, Sleep is not just a physical rest, but a sacred time for your whole being to heal and renew. In the teachings of the Buddha, mindfulness, being fully aware, is the path to freedom from suffering. Restlessness is a kind of suffering, and presence is its cure. As you train yourself to be present in the last hour, you begin to unravel the knots of worry and tension. You return to the simplicity of being, just as you were when you were a child, sleeping peacefully without thought or fear. This is the power of now. It is the gateway to deep rest. It is the place where you can sleep like a baby again. So tonight, as you prepare for sleep, remember this teaching. Slow down. Breathe. Be here. Be now. Let the mind rest in the present moment, and sleep will come as naturally as the night follows the day. Dreams, karma, and conscious sleep in Buddhism. Come closer, child. Let me tell you something strange, yet very real. You think dreams are just random pictures? Yes? Just broken bits of memory floating in your sleep? But that is not what the Buddha taught. And that is not what I have seen in my long journey of watching the mind. Dreams are not accidents. They are not illusions. They are messages. They are doors. They are consequences. And sometimes, they are warnings. Let us begin slowly. Like pouring tea into a small cup, drop by drop. When you sleep, your body rests. But your mind does not always rest. It keeps wandering. It walks through hidden streets of memory, desire, and fear. It creates stories, some sweet, some terrifying. These stories are called dreams. And in Buddhism, dreams are part of karma. Yes, even in sleep. Because karma is not something that only works when you are awake. Karma is the movement of intention. And your mind has intention, even when you dream. Now, what is karma? Karma is not punishment. Karma is not reward. Karma is action. And every action has a result. If you plant a mango seed, you will not get apples. Simple, right? The mind works in the same way. What you think, say, and do, these plant seeds in your consciousness. These seeds grow. And sometimes, they bloom in your dreams. Have you ever noticed this? On days when you are angry or upset, your dreams feel heavier, more wild, more strange. That is not just your imagination. That is your karma showing itself in dream form. So sleep is not just rest. Sleep is a mirror. And that mirror shows what you carry in your heart. This is why, in Buddhism, we don't ignore dreams. We watch them. We learn from them. We purify the mind before bed, not only for peace, but to protect the dreaming space. Now listen carefully. The Buddha spoke of 5 kinds of dreams, not in a Hollywood way, but in a deep, inner way. The first kind is desire-driven, dreams created from your cravings. Food, lust, fame, fear. If these rule your day, they will invade your night. The second kind is memory-driven, a repeat of old stories. Your brain replaying things it hasn't yet understood. The third is visionary dreams, rare dreams that give hints of what may come. These are not superstition, but they are subtle and need a clean heart to see clearly. The fourth kind is nightmare dreams, arising from deep fear, unresolved guilt, or karmic pressure. And the fifth is awareness dreams, where the mind becomes conscious in sleep. Yes, conscious in dreams. That is not fantasy, that is practice. In Tibetan Buddhism, they call this dream yoga, the art of becoming aware in a dream, of saying, "Ah, I am dreaming," and staying calm inside the dream. This is not easy, but it is powerful. Why? Because when you are aware in your dreams, you can see your karma more clearly. You can also stop the nightmares from controlling you. You can walk into fear and bow to it. You can fly, change, transform. Not for fun, but for awakening. A Zen monk once told me, "A dream is a teaching that wears the clothes of fantasy. If you pay attention, it can guide you. If you ignore it, it becomes noise." Now you may ask, "Master, how can I become conscious in sleep?" It begins with how you live your day. A noisy mind in the day leads to noisy dreams at night. So begin by calming your breath before sleep. Let go of gossip, arguments, and heavy thoughts before bed. Sit quietly for 5 minutes. Watch your breath. Say to yourself, "Tonight I sleep. Tonight I observe." This small intention plants a seed. Another method, before sleep, think of light. Visualize a soft light in your heart. Tell yourself, "I rest in awareness." Don't force it. Just suggest it to the mind. And then surrender. You may not become conscious in your dreams tonight or next week, but slowly, you will begin to notice the texture of your sleep changing. It will become softer, more peaceful, and sometimes very clear. This is the beginning of lucid sleep. This is where karma begins to untie its knots. There is something more. Some dreams are karmic dreams. They come from past lives. You don't need to believe this blindly. But sometimes, we dream of people we've never met, places we've never seen. And yet, they feel familiar. They feel personal. Buddhism says, the mind is not limited to this one lifetime. Karma continues. So does memory. But the point is not to get caught in the stories. The point is to wake up, in dreams, and in life. Let me tell you a Zen story. A student came to his master and said, "Last night, I dreamed I was a butterfly. I flew through flowers and danced in the air. Now I wonder, am I a man who dreamed he was a butterfly, or a butterfly who now dreams he is a man?" The master said, "Neither. You are the dreamer watching both. Wake up. This is Zen. To go beyond dream and awake. To rest in the watcher, the witness, the silent awareness. So child, do not fear your dreams. Do not chase them either. Observe them. Learn from them. Use them as a path to freedom. Even nightmares can teach. Even strange dreams can be mirrors. But you must look gently, with patience, and with a heart willing to see without judgment. Now, take this into your life. Before you sleep tonight, don't just crash into bed. Sit, breathe, let go. Say to yourself, I release the day. I rest in stillness. I observe my dreams. Make your sleep sacred. Make your dreams gentle. And in time, your mind will begin to calm not only in bed, but also in life. This is the Buddhist way. This is the path to conscious sleep. Not just sleep like a baby, but sleep like a monk, like a mountain, like a quiet flame in the windless night. Sleep well and see deeply. I will see you in the dream. The energy of sleep, balancing mind and body through Dharma. Come closer. Sit. Breathe. Let me ask you something. Do you think sleep is just about closing the eyes? Just lying down and switching off? No. It is much deeper. Sleep is not a break from life. It is part of life. Sleep is not the absence of energy. It is the silent return of energy. When you understand this, your sleep becomes natural, peaceful, healing, deep like a calm ocean. Let me begin with something simple. Have you noticed how babies sleep when they are tired? They do not force it. They do not say, I must sleep now. They simply fall asleep. Why? Because their mind and body are in rhythm, balanced. But most people today are disconnected from this rhythm. We are either stuck in thoughts or stuck in restlessness. The body is exhausted, but the mind is still running. The energy inside is disturbed. That is why, even if the body lies down, sleep doesn't come. Or it comes lightly, and we wake up tired. So what do? We learn balance. The Buddha called it the middle path. Not too much, not too little, not forcing, not resisting. This same teaching applies to sleep. The energy of sleep flows best when the mind and body are in harmony. That harmony is Dharma. Let us understand the energy within us. You see, you have two kinds of energies, active energy and resting energy. During the day, we use active energy to do things, solve problems, work, talk, move. But we rarely switch to resting energy fully at night. We carry the same activity into the night, with phones, thoughts, stress, plans. The body lies down, but the energy is still running. This is why sleep stays shallow. To sleep like a baby again, you must learn to transition from activity to rest, not just physically, but energetically. Slowly, gently, without pressure. Now you may ask, how do I balance this energy? I will tell you. First, we start with breath. Breath is the doorway between the body and the mind. When you slow down your breath, your thoughts slow down too. Try this tonight. Breathe in gently, slowly, and breathe out a little longer than you breathe in. Do this again and again, not to sleep, but to rest. Let your body remember slowness. Second, listen to silence. Before bed, switch off noise. Phones, music, talking. The world outside must become quiet so your world inside can rest. Even 10 minutes of silence can begin to reset your energy. Third, let go of fixing things at night. We often go to bed thinking of what we did wrong, what we must do tomorrow, what we need to fix. Drop that. Night is not the time for fixing. It is the time for forgiving. Let go. Say to yourself, this day is done. I did what I could. I leave the rest. There is a Zen saying, when the mind lets go, the body follows. If you keep holding thoughts, the body will stay alert. But if you release thoughts gently, the body will relax. And in that state, sleep arrives like a soft wind through an open window. Let me share with you a story. There was once a young monk who could not sleep. He came to the Zen Master and said, "Master, I meditate, I chant, I drink herbal tea, but I still lie awake." The Master smiled and asked, "When do you stop trying?" The young monk looked puzzled. "Stop trying? But I must try to sleep, Master." The Master shook his head. "You must allow sleep. You must stop doing and start being." This is the great misunderstanding. Sleep cannot be achieved like a goal. It is not something you chase. It is something you allow. The more you chase it, the more it runs. So the Master taught him the secret of sleep, not a technique, but a change in attitude. He said, "When you lie down, say thank you to your body. Say thank you to your thoughts. Thank the day. Then close your eyes, not to force sleep, but to rest in gratitude." The young monk did this, and slowly his sleep returned, not as a task, but as a natural part of being alive. You see, energy doesn't just mean power. It also means peace. Peace is a very subtle energy, and peace is what invites deep sleep. Now, let us talk about evening energy. How do you spend your final hour before bed? If you're watching the news, arguing, scrolling endlessly, or working late, you are filling your mind with noise. This noise becomes your pillow. How can the mind rest with that? Create a simple evening ritual. Light a candle. Drink warm water. Sit in silence. Write down one thing you are grateful for. Stretch your body gently. Read one line of Dharma. This is not to be perfect, it is to be peaceful. This habit alone can change everything. Sleep is a doorway. What you carry through that doorway matters. If you carry anger, regret, fear, you walk into a restless night. If you carry calmness, trust, kindness, you walk into peace. There is also truth in posture. When you lie down, do so with awareness. Feel the bed. Feel the blanket. Feel the breath. Don't rush to shut your eyes. First, thank the body. Then relax. Like a tree releasing its leaves in autumn, let go slowly. Some people say, "But I have too much stress. Too many problems." Yes, but can you solve them at 11 p.m.? No. The mind believes if it keeps thinking, it will solve. But true solutions come from rest, not from worry. Sleep is not the enemy of your problems. It is the friend of your clarity. When the mind rests, you see more clearly. Problems become smaller. And sometimes, they even dissolve. So tonight, try this. Don't try to sleep. Let yourself arrive at sleep. Don't fight with thoughts. Watch them pass like clouds. Don't chase peace. Breathe slowly, and let peace find you. You are not broken. You are simply out of rhythm. That rhythm can be found again. With patience. With presence. With Dharma. Remember, you don't need to control sleep. You only need to invite it. Like a bird that lands when the ground is still, sleep comes when your energy is calm. And this calmness, my friend, is already inside you. You don't need to learn it. You just need to return to it. Now rest. The night is long. The stars are watching. The universe is quiet. Let your body be heavy. Let your thoughts float. Let your breath be your lullaby. Sleep, like peace, is your nature. Just return to it. Again and again. Like a gentle wave returning to shore. And sleep, like a baby again. Come closer, child. Sit with me for a moment. Let the noise of your day settle like dust on a quiet path. You've walked far. Your body is tired. Your mind is heavier than your hands can carry. But before you sleep, let me speak gently to your heart. You want to sleep like a baby, yes? Peacefully, without worry. Like the moon resting in the dark sky. Silent, full, and untouched. Not broken by thoughts. Not disturbed by dreams. Just resting in stillness. I will show you how. In the world of Zen, we do not chase sleep. We invite it. We make space for it by making space in our minds. A restless mind is like a stormy pond. You throw the moon's reflection in it, and it breaks into pieces. But a still pond? It shows the whole moon clearly. That's the sleep you want. That's the sleep I will guide you to. Let us begin where Zen always begins, with breath. You are breathing right now, but are you aware of it? Breathe in slowly. Now breathe out. Feel it. That is life itself flowing through you. Nothing fancy. Just this moment, this breath. At night, when the lights go out, come back to this breath. No counting, no force. Just watch it come and go. Like the waves of the sea. like the wind brushing against a bamboo leaves. When you bring your attention to the breath, your mind begins to settle. It's like giving a child a toy to hold. It stops crying. It becomes quiet. Thoughts will still come, yes, but you don't need to fight them. Let them come. Watch them. Let them pass. The breath is your anchor. Stay with it. In Theravada Buddhism, there is a practice called anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. The Buddha himself taught it. He said, when a monk breathes in long, he knows I breathe in long. When he breathes out short, he knows I breathe out short. What does this mean? Just be aware of what is happening. That's all. Awareness itself brings calm. Not magic. Not control. Just presence. You don't need a perfect posture. Sit in bed, lie down, lean against the wall, anything. Just make sure your body is not in pain. Sleep cannot come when the body is tense. You are not trying to impress anyone. You are simply returning to yourself. Now, here is another practice from Zen. We call it shikantaza, just sitting. At night, before bed, sit in silence for 5 minutes. Don't try to meditate. Don't try to stop thoughts. Just sit. Be aware of the sounds. The hum of a fan. A dog barking in the distance. Your own heartbeat. All is welcome. When the mind has nothing to fight, it becomes quiet on its own. Child, have you seen the moon on a still lake? It doesn't scream, it doesn't move, it just is. That is you, when you stop chasing sleep and start embracing stillness. You are not broken. Your sleep is not lost. It is only covered with noise. In the Theravada tradition, there is also the practice of metta bhavana, loving-kindness meditation. Before sleeping, say in your heart, may I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. May I sleep well. Repeat these words slowly, gently. Feel them. Then say the same for someone you love. Then for someone you feel neutral about. And then, this is the hardest, for someone who troubles you. Why this practice at night? Because when the heart is filled with kindness, the mind does not wander in pain. Many people cannot sleep because they carry anger, guilt, or sorrow. But when you soften the heart, the body follows. Remember, sleep is not a reward. It is your nature. You are born to rest. But the world teaches you to run, to worry, to plan. You lie down at night, but your mind is still standing. Let it sit. Let it bow. Let it sleep. Let me give you a little story. A student once asked me, Master, why can't I sleep even when I close my eyes? I smiled and asked him, when you close your eyes, do you also close your mind? He was silent. That night, he sat quietly with his breath, and for the first time in weeks, he fell asleep without trying. You see, trying too hard is the problem. You cannot force sleep, just like you cannot force a flower to bloom. You create the right conditions, and it blooms on its own. The same way, you create the right space, stillness, silence, softness, and sleep will come like a breeze through an open window. In Zen temples, we do not treat sleep as separate from meditation. We say, sleep is also zazen. Sleep is also meditation, if the mind is pure. So don't think meditation is only something you do while sitting straight. If you lie down with mindfulness, your sleep itself becomes practice. Let me ask you something. When you wake up tired, what do you usually do? Complain? Rush to coffee? Check your phone? All of that is just reacting. What if you just smiled, stressed your body, and said, another chance to begin again? That changes everything. The way you sleep is deeply linked to how you live. If your day is filled with tension, your night will echo it. But if you walk gently through the day, speak kindly, and take pauses to breathe, your sleep will reflect that peace. So start during the day. Plant seeds of calmness. Water them with breath. And when night falls, those seeds will bloom into restful sleep. In both Zen and Theravada traditions, one thing is common: awareness. Whether it's breathing, loving kindness, or silence, it all comes back to being awake in the present moment. Even if your thoughts pull you away, gently return. Don't judge. Don't push. Just return. When I was a young monk, my teacher told me, the moon does not chase the clouds. It simply waits, and they pass. Your mind is the sky. Thoughts are clouds. You don't need to remove them. Just wait. Breathe. Let them pass. The moon of sleep will shine again. At night, turn off the lights not just in the room, but in your mind. Turn off judgment. Turn off effort. Turn off fear. What remains is silence. And in silence, there is deep rest. You don't need anything new. You don't need to change who you are. You only need to remember what is already inside you. Peace, calm, and trust. The same peace that let you sleep in your mother's arms. It's still there, waiting. So tonight, lie down. Let go of needing to fix anything. Feel the bed beneath you. Feel your breath. And listen to the silence between your thoughts. That's where sleep lives. And that's where you are safest. Sleep well, little one. Be still like the moon. Let the world turn without you for a while. You are allowed to rest. And tomorrow, we will begin again, gently, just like the sun. Return to innocence, reclaiming baby-like sleep through awareness. Come sit down. Let the world slow. You've walked a long way, haven't you? So many restless nights, so many thoughts, so much noise. But now you're here. And this is the last step. The final lesson. The return to innocence. Let me tell you something before we begin. You were never far from peaceful sleep. You only forgot the way home. You were born knowing how to rest. A baby doesn't read books to sleep. It doesn't plan, stress, or analyze. It simply lets go. That's it. That's the whole secret. But as you grew, your mind started collecting things. Memories, expectations, regrets, goals. One by one, these became layers. And with each layer, sleep moved further away. You don't need to learn to sleep like a baby. You need to unlearn the noise. Unlearn the racing thoughts. Unlearn the tightness in your chest when you close your eyes. Unlearn the fear of not sleeping. Do you see? You don't need more knowledge. You need less clutter in your mind. And that is where Buddhist wisdom shines. You might think Buddhism is only for monks. But no, my dear one, Buddhism is for you. For anyone who wants peace. It's not a religion. It's a path. A way to see clearly. A way to come back to the breath. And back to now. Let me ask you, right now, in this moment, are you safe? Are you breathing? Is the room quiet enough? Then what is missing? Most people don't sleep because they are living in tomorrow, or they are trapped in yesterday. But the body sleeps in now. So the moment your awareness comes back to this very breath, you are already returning to peace. Try this. Close your eyes. Place one hand on your chest. Feel it rise and fall. Don't change your breath. Just feel it. Be like a child discovering the ocean for the first time. If thoughts come, smile gently at them. Don't fight. Don't hold. Just let them pass like clouds. And say to yourself, right now, I am safe. I am home. This is the art of awareness. Not controlling the mind, but watching it gently, like a parent watching a child play. And here's the great truth. Your mind listens to love, not force. The more gently you treat your thoughts, the more they settle on their own. In Buddhism, we don't fight the mind. We understand it. And through understanding, the mind becomes calm. Not because we made it calm, but because we stopped feeding the chaos. Let me tell you a short story. A student once came to the Buddha and said, "Master, I cannot sleep. My thoughts keep chasing each other." The Buddha smiled and replied, "Then let them chase, but don't run after them." The student said, "But I try to stop them." The Buddha said, "Trying is running too. Just sit still." And so the student learned, not to sleep by effort, but to rest by non-effort. This is Zen. Now listen closely. Sleep is not something you do. It is something that happens. When you stop doing, we think sleep is like a task to finish. But it is more like a guest that comes only when you are quiet. So make your mind into a peaceful room. And then, let sleep visit. You have heard many things in this series. We've talked about the mind, the breath, the body, and letting go. But this last part, this is the heart of it all. Return to yourself. The version of you who once closed your eyes without fear. The version who wasn't counting hours or chasing peace. The one who was simply here. Maybe you feel you've lost that person. But I am telling you now, that peaceful child still lives within you. Not in memory, not in imagination, but in the space between your thoughts. In that soft breath. In that gentle silence. In that little pause where nothing is wrong. You see, Buddhism doesn't give you a new you. It helps you peel off the layers of fear, noise, pressure, and stories, until only the real you is left. The innocent you. The still you. The one who doesn't need to try to sleep. Just like the baby. Just like the leaf falling from the tree. Just like the moon resting in the night sky. And so, dear listener, if you take away only one thing, let it be this. You are not broken. You are not too anxious. You are not a failure for struggling to sleep. You are just full of noise you didn't ask for. And once you begin to see that, you begin to let it go. So let the day go. Let the mind settle. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart be light. You don't need to be anything right now. Not smart, not perfect, not successful. Just rest. Just be. Tonight, lie down not with effort, but with surrender. Not with pressure, but with permission. Say to yourself gently, I don't need to fix anything. I just need to feel safe, and let go. And that's when sleep comes. Softly like mist, quietly like a friend, and lovingly like a return to your own soul. This is the end of a series, but it is the beginning of something more beautiful. Your new relationship with rest. May you return to innocence, not once, but every night. And may your sleep be as deep as the silence of a mountain, as calm as the ocean at dawn, as gentle as the breath of a sleeping child. Thank you for walking this journey with wisdom woven. It was never about fixing you. It was always about remembering who you already are. And if this series brought you even one moment of peace, then help us share that peace with others. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribed. So please, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Not for numbers, but for someone out there who just needs one good night's sleep. We'll meet again in silence. Until then, sleep like a baby, and dream like the sky.